this is not easy for me to say, but I always choose honesty. And just so you all know, I did write some of this down because I'm a crier. I did write down what I wanted to say, but it's so hard trying to record and you know, I'm just gonna do it. I'm currently at risk of eviction. My clock is winding down, and yes, I work. Yes, I do try to do everything I can, but right now the math not math. I didn't come on here to be fake. Uh, I'll tell you any stories, but I came on here because I'm running out of options, and um, you know, I don't know if you ever been one emergency away from losing it all before, but that's where I'm at. I've been here at my place for about 10 years, well, 10 in a few months, and I've only just started struggling a couple years ago. So, and this is my first apartment, so I'm still proud of that, you know. The last couple of years really been hell for me. I've been going through a whole lot with my teen daughter. Um, I lost my mother. My mother passed away last year in April, and my nephew passed, and uh, it's just been so many things, and you know, all while this going on, trying to keep a good head on my shoulders and still go to work because it's all I have. Um, but if you can just help, I don't know how this goes, if you can just push this through, like, share, comment. Hopefully the video comes across the right people. You all want to show love. I was trying to see how the rules go with this. It's saying something about having 10K followers in order to even get monetized off something. But if you want to send me a friend request, if you can share, do whatever, and just push this. Help me push this. I really believe that something good is going to come out of any of my efforts. The date for me is February 7th. So that's when they'll decide if it goes to eviction court or not. So I've been trying other resources. There's no rental assistance out here. They're not doing it anymore. All these companies stopped. They got out of doing rental assistance. There is a rental assistance here in Illinois, but it's only if you get sent to eviction court, and that's if they, I guess, have the heart to approve you for it. So I just really just trying to do what I can to chop this down, and yeah. But thank you for listening, and if you can just help me push this through, I'll be forever grateful.
So first and foremost, condolences for her loss. Definitely want to extend condolences. That's never an easy thing. Now, over here, we stay objective and we just stay on point with the facts. And we put logic first. So, with that being said, I'm curious about some things that in my mind are just common sense, right? Common sense. So she mentioned that for 10 years, most of the 10 years she was good, in a really good place. But then the last few years, she's been struggling. And this is the pitfall that a lot of people fall in, because when you're in those, let's just say there were 6 or 7 years, good years, you were living like things were going to be good forever. And life is like the stock market. There's dips and there's spikes, right? There's going to be peaks and valleys. So when you're in that good place, you should be putting something away for a rainy day so that when we get to the dips, we're still able to move through smoothly so we can get back to our spikes. Now, and real quick, if you could like the video, I want to say that now because, it only takes a second and it really does help me more than you know. So I know it's easy to forget, but if you could just like right now, it would help very much. But now, ultimately, what we have uncovered is that she has not been saving money for a rainy day. And she's living check to check. Now, what I'm curious about, and what I wish we would start asking and start auditing, and what I would really like to audit is, in the last year, how many trips have you taken? We need to start asking that type of question. I want to know, within the last year, how many trips have you taken, especially out the country? And I think when we start asking those questions, we'll be surprised what we hear. And what do we know about trips? Especially the trips that some of these ladies like to take. They're going to rack you up a couple thou. So, you're taking trips. Not saying her, but I'm not a betting man. I just can't foresee that she hasn't taken a trip or two in the last year. I just can't see that. Which that would easily be $4,000, $5,000 right there that could have been in the bank, i.e. an emergency fund. And then when you go through these things, you'll be okay. But what a lot of people like to do is they like to just spend their money like they're an infinite revenue generating machine, and like there's never going to be any things that are going to happen in life. And that's how a lot of people are moving. And then they're surprised. And then it's on us. And she said, if you have the heart to do it. I'll tell you right now, I'm not doing it. That doesn't mean I don't have heart. These biased things of, you're a good person if you do whatever I need you to do. No, that's not how that works. You can still be a good person, but just understand that adults have to handle their own responsibilities, as well as I don't want to save you from the lesson, because a lot of us end up in certain situations because of decisions that we make. And if you always get saved from your own decisions, then you never really learn the lesson and you never really feel the full brunt of the weight that you need to feel, so that it will then trigger you to start moving forward. So, that's just how I feel about that.
Today is Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. I have court today for my eviction, and we're just going to hope and pray that everything goes good and in our favor. Now, I can say for the least that I have been less worried with the date coming closer and closer, and now it's finally here. And I can say that I've been I haven't really been worried because I feel like me and my babies are going to be okay either way. And yeah, it is a devastating thing to lose your home, but maybe it's a sign if it does happen. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna take you guys with me. Be quiet, be good, be on your best behavior. Yeah. It's no, but let's get ready. Whoop.
No, I have a prior conviction.
Hello.
Before we see how things turned out with her court case, I have a question for y'all. I know that we feel sympathy for the people getting evicted, but do we understand what an eviction means? An eviction means that there was somebody who was actually victimized, who was actually the victim in this whole situation, that didn't get their money and then had to spend more money to get you out of there. That's what that means, to get evicted. You didn't pay somebody as agreed, and then they had to pay money as well as more time that they could have a tenant in there paying money to get you to remove you because you're not willing to go. Does anybody feel bad for the person who didn't get their money? I'm just curious. I get it. She's optimistic and she's handling it in stride. And I can honestly understand why. Because you ain't paid no money. I think we need to start getting back to reality. Things are just the waters are muddied. We don't know what's going on.
Everyone, here's an update. Okay, so I went to court today for my eviction, and the judge was really understanding, very nice, and the attorneys was very nice too as well. I met two angels who would like to help me during my situation, and they are legal help.
See, again, just like the first lady, more angels. You have a good heart. You're an angel as long as you're helping me. You're doing something for me for free. That makes you an angel.
And we could possibly we got my court adjourned. We're gonna try to get my court adjourned, and things is gonna be okay. Thank you guys so much for the help, and just my GoFundMe is still up, so please help. We didn't make it to the full goal yet, you know. But yes, everyone, thank you. We are able to stay a couple more days, a couple more weeks, and let's just hope that this job that I was blessed with basically like, you know what I'm saying, falls through. Like, hopefully it is the job for me, and that God, it's the job that God has put in place for me. Everything's gonna be good. Everything's gonna be okay.
FYI, I saw her GoFundMe. She raised a couple grand. She raised like 2,500. So we can see why she's so optimistic, why everything's going to work out, right? Not only did she not pay for all this time, but then she still found a way to profit in the situation and actually make some money. How can you not be happy about that? You've done nothing and you've got everything. So, that's kind of where it's at. I still wish her the best. But what I really wish is that we would make better decisions and not put self-inflicted wounds on ourselves and then expect everybody else to have to chip in for us, and that we would actually put in a little bit of effort. And you know what the effort really just is? Just not making bad decisions. Can we at least put in the effort just to not make bad decisions? Not even telling you have to be the hardest worker in the world. Can we just not put in the effort to actually inflict ourselves, which then someone else is going to have to be responsible for and not us? And then we call ourselves adults.
Darn on well, y'all don't want me to come work. I know good and darn on well, y'all don't want me to come and work. Do y'all see the way y'all talk to me on TikTok? So if I come out there and work with y'all, how y'all gonna treat me? Y'all treat me like shit. I'm not gonna come out there and work with y'all. Y'all don't know how to treat people. You're disrespectful. I don't know if you even like people of my color. I'm not coming out there working with y'all, mingling with y'all. Y'all are some rude ass people. No, I'm not gonna be able to do it. It's better to be pissed off than pissed on. Y'all don't know how to treat people. The way y'all talk to me in those comments, if any of y'all out there working at any building that I get a job at, I don't want the fucking job. Keep the motherfucker. Keep it. Y'all don't know how to treat people. It's the way you treat people. You don't know how to talk to people. If I come out there, that's how y'all gonna treat me. Oh, I'm not coming. Nope, gotta make another way. I know good and darn.
So that's her whole justification why she's just not going to work. That's mighty convenient, in my opinion. I'm going to let me know what y'all think about that last one. It's pretty self-explanatory to me. I feel like we can just mic drop right there. But y'all, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, it helps more than you know. And then also, YouTube has a new feature called Hype. So if you could hype as well, that would greatly help. I know sometimes it's hard to find, but if you can find it, if you could hype, and then it'll show you the points. And basically what that does is it is a feature for smaller content creators that pushes us the same way it pushes the larger content creators. So it gives us more visibility. And then also Patreon's link below as well if you want to see self-improvement content. But like I said, if you can't find the hype, if you could just like, that would just be a lot in itself, and I'd appreciate it. Until then, I'll catch you all in the next video.